2016 would see the release of a disappointment of a game that was overhyped to the point that it killed the game after its initial launch. Whilst this game had over 200,000 players within its first week of release, but by the very next week the game had already dropped below 23,000, and at the end of its first month the game had only had 2,000 people playing it at a set time. Now why is that? This game is very underwhelming to the community, and only the fanbase stayed and played the game afterwards. A lot of people said that this game could do what Destiny did, a very underwhelming game at the start, but it would improve over its life cycle. But it didn't quite do that. In fact, it would take them months before they would start improving the game. This game is said to be one of the most overhyped indie games to date, in which really hurt this game at launch because it didn't live up to its own hype. Hello Games didn't help their game very much with the lack of the communication in the months that would follow the release. Finally, in November 2016, they released a large update that would add many of the features promised at launch. It's now over a year later, and over 30 hours worth of story have been added into this game, and with the release of the Xbox One version in July, with the full multiplayer experience, they just may bring this game back into the limelight of the world. What was the main problem for this game in the first place? Most of the reason is in the way that they marketed this game. Hello Games promised many different features for this game and did not really deliver on most of them until months after the release. This game had 3 years worth of marketing, which led to this massive hype that nearly killed the game. One of the smarter ways they could have done this is to start marketing this game around a year before its initial release, so that this massive hype would not get so out of hand. If they had done this, Murray's efforts on trying to downplay expectations before launch would have done a lot more than what it actually did. Another point is the fact that they were promising features that were not ready, or even going to be ready by the time the game launched. They just promised features that would draw people into this type of game. And in the end, this really backfired on them, as the backlash in the gaming community was massive. Whilst these features have mostly all been added over these 3 big updates, it does not mend the fact that they promised these features at launch and didn't deliver. What's next for No Man's Sky? Well, probably one of the biggest things behind the first release itself, the Xbox One release. This could be what saves the game, or kills it off completely. Why do I say that? Well, think about it. Many people may stay away from this game even after the Xbox One release due to how bad its initial launch was. Many people out there will not touch this game with a 10-foot pole just due to how much this game bombed at launch. But with all these new promises and new updates that are coming with this version of the game, it may just bring people back, as long as Hello Games deliver on what they promise. The game will get a massive multiplayer update on the 28th of July, in which turn can bring in many more people, as this is a key feature that people have wanted since the start. This launch will act as a complete relaunch of the game, with the PC and PlayStation 4 versions being re-released, with all the 4 main big updates and every single little bug fix. There are a lot of people who are going to give this game a second chance after all the stuff ups at launch. And if you look at it, this can be the game's saving grace. But it's still possible for Hello Games to mess up again. How can they avoid this? Well, first off, only promise the features that are ready to come with the release, and therefore not misleading the gaming community again. 2. Don't overhype this game again. Just keep quiet about what's happening with the game and only tell us when a stage is completed, but not beforehand. 3rd, don't disconnect from the community again if they fail to promise everything. 3rd, don't disconnect from the community again if they miss a few things that they promised on with this launch, as last time around it really didn't turn out great. In fact, this really hurt the game after its launch, as a lot of people just left because of the complete lack of support the developers gave within those first few months. And this time around, you really want to show all the people coming back that you guys are ready. Overall, this has been a massive learning experience for the gaming community and to Hello Games themselves. As for hyping a game, it is something that people need to learn from. It's fine to hype up a game, but you should never go too far in said hyping, as this can result in the game flopping at launch. If done right, Hello Games can, and most likely will, save this game from the grave it currently sits in. So many people have already started to look forward to this, as this looks like the No Man's Skies we have all been waiting for. Anyway guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to go check out the playlist, which is in the description below or in the end cards of this video. And make sure you guys subscribe to this channel if you haven't already, and hit the bell to keep up to date with my videos. But until next week guys, Crazy Bear, out.